Hey guys, this is Togue, aka That One Apple Guy, and today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy A14 5G compared to the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. Now, the Galaxy A14 5G was released in January of 2023, and obviously the Galaxy A15 5G was released in January of 2024. So, there are major differences on these phones, but today I'm just covering basically the basics. I'm not getting into rich specifications on these phones. I'm just telling what's different. So, if we look at the design on the back of both phones, there's already a major difference. So, on the Galaxy A14 5G, you're getting this plastic back with this texture that's kind of wavy. That's dirty. Which I really hate that sound, and it can get scratched up very easily, as you can see. It can get scratched up very easy by coins, keys, and brackets for an iPhone 4. All that wipes away, but it's just not a practical thing to have. And then our cameras on the back, we're going to be getting a 50 megapixel main camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth information camera for your nice blurred out images. On the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G, we're getting this matte texture, which looks and feels way more premium. It even kind of feels like the frosted glass on my iPhone 15 Pro. It actually feels really premium and doesn't feel like plastic, like I said, it feels like frosted glass. When you're holding this phone in the hand, it feels way more premium than that. And there's no texture, so you don't get the chills when you do this. Plus, it don't get scratched up by moving your fingernails around. But it will get scratched up because this is still plastic. For cameras, we're getting a major upgrade. You're still getting that same 50 megapixel sensor and the same 2 megapixel macro camera, but you're getting this all new 5 megapixel ultra wide camera. Now, you might ask, how are you supposed to take portrait shots? There's no depth sensor. Well, Samsung did it. Samsung managed to integrate the depth sensor into the main camera. So now when you go into the camera app on the Galaxy A15 5G, you're still going to be getting that portrait mode for front and back, so you could still get those nice blurred out images. So the 5 megapixel ultra wide is a really good add-on because me personally, I use the ultra wide quite a bit, and even if it's 5 megapixels, it is still better than no ultra wide, right? Another pretty minor change, but still major, is the side profile. On the Galaxy A14 5G, you're going to be getting this kind of glossy plastic. It's not fully glossed out like the Galaxy A15 5G, which I'm currently repairing, video coming soon. It's not glossed out like that. It's kind of glossed out a little bit, but not that much. You're going to be getting your SIM and micro SD card slot. On the bottom, you're going to be getting your headphone jack, noise canceling microphone, USB-C port, which charges at 15 watts, and our speaker. On the right side, you're going to be getting, again, all this flush design that's kind of shiny, this fingerprint sensor, which actually is very fast and fluent. The button is not that clicky, though. And then you're going to be getting this volume rocker. On the top, you're going to be getting another noise-canceling mic. Now, on the Galaxy A15 5G, this is way nicer. So you're going to be getting this completely matte, flat-looking, kind of like the iPhone 12 and over, side profile. Again, completely matte, completely shaved off all the excess stuff featured on the Galaxy A14 5G. And look, it's a way thinner phone. You can definitely feel it in the hand also. You're going to be getting this with your SIM and micro SD card slot. On the bottom, you're going to be getting your headphone jack, your noise canceling microphone, your USB-C charging port, which now charges at up to 25 watts. So you do have super fast charging. But you can also charge at 15 and 5 watts. And then you have your speaker, which again is a lot more clean. On the right side, you're going to be also seeing a major change. You're going to be getting this, I forgot what they called it, but it's something island, I believe. Which, yes, it's chamfered off, then it goes up into kind of like what you see on the Galaxy A14. And then you're going to be getting your fingerprint, which is a way more clicky button and feels a lot more premium. They both work the same. Then you're going to be getting your volume rocker. On the top, you're going to be getting another noise-canceling mic. That's already a major difference and looks a lot more better. That's not a word. A lot better on the Galaxy A15 5G. Now, the front is where you really see the change. You don't notice anything different. No, it's not the bezels, even though they are way smaller, and it's not the notch. But let me go over that first. We do get a more shaved off notch. It's not a teardrop. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's really nice. It's kind of like a half circle. It's a really nice notch, and it's a lot smaller, and it looks a lot more premium. And the bezels are way thinner, obviously. A lot more premium. One major difference is this has a 1080p LCD 90Hz display, while this has a 1080p AMOLED display, 90Hz. So, the blacks are going to be a lot more deep, and from what I can tell, this looks like a piece of crap, and this looks like a whole new world. This looks exactly like what you would get on the A54, the A53, heck, the A73, A74, whatever. It looks amazing. They're both 1080p screens, so basically the same screens. It looks amazing. It makes the phone feel way more expensive than it actually is, and it's just way better. Now, to accommodate for these smaller bezels, it is also a smaller chassis, while only shaving half 0.1 inch. Look how much is cut off there. That's amazing. I personally like smaller phones because I want something that fits in my pocket very easily. I don't like phones too small, and I think this is a really good size for a Galaxy A phone. So that is some of the major differences. Another thing is we're getting 64 gigs of storage on this, and you're getting 128 on this, which is double the storage, which I promise you are not going to fill up. I have literally all these apps downloaded, which is plenty, and the pictures aren't going to fill up much either, because they're only 50 megapixels or 12, and the video only maxes out at Full HD 30, so you're not going to be filling up the storage on here, and I don't even think you're going to be using the micro SD card slot. Win for Samsung. Now, if we look at the OS, both are running Android 14 with the newest security patch. Now, one thing to note here, this is running One UI Core, and this is running the full version of One UI. So definitely a win for Samsung on the Galaxy A15 because we are not getting the core version anymore. Now, this phone should be upgradable to Android 15. This one will probably go all the way up to Android 17 or 18. So we're going to be getting a lot longer support on the Galaxy A15 5G. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the camera apps on both phones. So if we start here from photo, this looks pretty familiar. This looks the same camera app as all your other Samsung devices. On the top, yeah, it's the same. But as you can see, you do have this 0.5 option. So now you can take ultra-wide photos, and yes, it's only a 5 megapixel, but you are getting those zoomed out photos. So now you can fit a larger group of friends. You can take 0.5s of your dogs or cats or people. And it's not going to be bad quality because the processing on this phone is actually very good. Quite a bit better than the A14. Now you both do have your 1x and 2x. And just when I'm looking at the screens while doing this comparison, this one looks a million times better. Not only does it have adaptive True Tone, eye comfort shield, but True Tone, it looks way better because these colors are so cool. These are pretty warm, and they look a million times better. Trust me, guys. If you have the A14, 100% recommend it to upgrade to the A15. Not because of the camera, not because of the new chassis, not because of the newer storage, not because of the thinner bezels, but because of the display itself. AMOLED is just such a big advantage, and it looks so much better. If you have an LCD phone, I highly recommend to upgrade to this phone. So both zooms maxes out at 10 times, so that's the same. And you can do focus. It does have both automatic focusing. And both of these devices, you can switch to the highest megapixels, which is 50. So on both, you could take those nice 50 megapixel shots, but you can't zoom in or zoom out on both. So that is only limited to 12 megapixels. And again, when you switch to 0.5 on here, it's going to automatically switch to 5 megapixels. Now, both phones, you could take your 3x4s, you could turn on your timers. Let's look at these settings. So both have Scene Optimizer, scan QR codes. For some reason the A14 is scan documents. Burst shot, watermark, high efficiency pictures, say selfies at previews. But this we have switch up and down, switch cameras. Video stabilization, high efficiency videos. We don't have HDR on this phone, on this camera, so that's different. Shooting methods, yeah, that's just that. Both have basically the same things, so almost the same. But this one does have HDR, which I personally don't like HDR. But if you are the person who does use HDR, it is a pretty good feature if you want to use that. Both phones do have video. They both max out at Full HD 30, so no 4K or even Full HD 60 on these phones. Sorry about that. The other modes, we are getting these same exact modes: Pro, Macro, Panorama, Food, Night, Slow Motion, and Hyperlapse on both. And we are getting Portrait mode. On the Galaxy A15 5G, we are getting a fun mode, but I don't think anybody really uses that unless you're a kid. So that is the main basis of each phone. Now I'm going to show you photo and video samples coming up soon, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Wait, I'm going to wait till after I show you the photo and video samples. Sorry. This is a video test on the Galaxy A14 5G. So we're going to do a little bit of test here. Let's go forward, walking. Then we're going to run up a little bit. Shaking the camera lots. How does this look? Now let's start walking once again. And I'll do that on the A15 also. This is the A15 video test, 5G. Walking. This is Full HD 30 also. I'm gonna start running up here. Shaking the camera the exact same way. And we're gonna start walking again. How does that look? Now that you've seen those photo and video samples, let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I would definitely recommend the A15. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, by the way.